Okay, folks, as I said in a previous video, we're going to change out the sights on this slide here. Let me zoom back here on this side. Got the front sight we're going to change out, but we're going to change out the rear one first here. So let's zoom back in on it. I've stuck it here in a vise, and I designed my own tool to put it in. These are the Ameriglo Tritium sights. I don't know if you see the part number there. Doesn't want to focus very well. Here we go. There's the part number. Probably do it better over here on the, get this chair out of the way. See it better here. The GL 3330. These are the, what they call the 2XL, or the large sights for a suppressor, a threaded barrel. So I made my own tool here to drive it out. I took a hollow pen driver and covered it up with covered it up with heat shrink, as you can see. And I'll take it and drive this out. Now, never done this before, so this will be everybody's first time at seeing this. We're going to use a rubber hammer to start out with, and see if we can drive the old one out. And there it goes. That doesn't seem to be moving it very much. So we're going to go to something a little more stout, which is a metal hammer. And there it goes. Drove it right out. Didn't even mar the end of the tool. So if I can find it here, where'd it go? There it goes. Didn't put any marks on it whatsoever. So we'll get the new sight out. This is my first time doing this. I've never done this before. Stick it in the slot. And it goes in there about a third of the way by itself. Now I've made index marks on the slide here to where it should go back. I was smart enough to do that. This is easier than I thought it was going to be. Check our marks there. And we're right on the money. Right where the other one was. Might want to tap it back just a tad. There you go, right on my pencil marks. Okay, there's the rear tritium sight install. Now we'll take it out of the vise. Notice that I had it all nice and secure in here. Did not do any marring on it. Now these here particular things, let's back it up here. On these particular, the Glock is so cool because to get to the front sight, you just pop this out. like so. Set it aside. Since it's a threaded barrel, you've got to remove the thread protector. Pop the barrel up. Slides right out. And here, inside, you can see, now can you? Doesn't want to close in focus very well. For some reason this camera doesn't want to autofocus here for some reason. But right inside here is a 3/16 nut. Probably see it better in this camera. Show it better here. 3/16 little nut that holds on right there. Holds on the there it is. Holds on the front sight. A little 3/16 nut right there. And what you do, you take a 3/16 driver, nut driver. Anybody can guess how old that is? Put it in the comments. But I'll tell you this, it's quite old. Well, it looks like it ain't going to go in there because it's too fat. Yeah, a little bit too fat on the edge here. Huh. The problem is the tip of it is too fat to fit on here in that little space. So let's see if we can find us a smaller 3/16 nut driver or socket to fit in there, and we'll just stop the video for now. Okay, folks, I did manage to get the a tool trimmed down. You can see right here, trim that baby down, and now it fits in there, and I could put the tritium sights on. Now we have a complete set, front and rear, tritium sights installed on the Dagger slide. It was a little bit of effort, but I had to put this in a drill and put a file on it and file it down to where it would fit because my other tools wouldn't work. That was kind of difficult, but it was well worth the effort because now I have a set of tritium sights, and we'll just put her back together now. Slide that in. Put this in place like so. It goes just like that. Put our barrel protector back on. Nice and tight, not too tight. And slide her back on our Dagger full size. And we now have a set of tritium sights, night sights on my Dagger. Turn it this way. Turn it this way. As you can see, they pretty much glow right there. And this is my first set of night sights that I've ever had. So it'll be interesting to use these for real on the range, which I will be going to shortly. And putting these babies through their paces. 147 subsonic from Capital cartridge, made in the USA here in Houston, Texas. Totally manufactured right here in Houston, Texas. Good stuff. Reasonably priced. Good people to deal with. That's 2A Warehouse who sells those. So there we go. The Tritium night sights installed. Can't wait to go to the range and see how good a job I did. But yeah, they really stand out now compared to the other sights. And I can't wait to put a suppressor on here and see what these puppies do with a suppressor. But like I said, we had to modify one of my tools to make it work. So now I have a Glock front sight tool and a homemade punch that I made with just heat shrink and a punch. And if I want to hold it, see, it just comes right off. So I can reuse it again if I want to. So I'll just put the punch back here in the bag. Another shout out to a company that I think everybody ought to have is a set of Wheeler hollow punches to do roll pins. These are roll pin punches. They're hollow tipped from Wheeler Engineering. Very good tools. Excellent tools, in fact. I use them quite a bit on my ARs because, as you know, the AR's got a few roll pins in it. Yeah, but anyway, so there it is. All copostatic, ready to go. Put the magazine in her, lock her back just like a Glock should, or a Dagger clone, the clone of a Glock 17 called the Dagger full size. Next thing I'm going to do is doing my custom paint job on this puppy so that we have a really good showing of the gun. I don't like displaying guns. I can show you on my other pistol I have. Got it a little too tight. Have to loosen that holster up. This is another Glock clone. This is the Smith & Wesson Shield 9. Also comes in a 40 cal. And you can actually change the barrels between these two guns. You can put a 40 cal barrel in here and it uses the same magazine. And shoot 40 cal out of it if you want to. I have a friend of mine who has one. He bought the 9mm barrel for it. It's the same barrel I got on this one. But it's a Glock clone. It works exactly the same way as a Glock, except this, it has a safety on it. This version of the Shield 2, the 9mm Shield, has a safety on it, whereas the original Shield does not. But I do a little paint job on them, as you can see. Zoom in there. Do a little fancy paint job on them. Paint the lettering on them. I do the lettering in a glow-in-the-dark paint job so it shines up. Whoop, there we go. I got to learn how to work this camera. Here we go. Put the black light on them and she lights up, as you can see. Pretty cool. Just something I like to do. Make my guns a little different. But it works great. Might have to loosen up that magazine a little bit. I heat shrunk this thing down so it would hold this gun a lot tighter. When I first got it, it was really, really loose. And now I'm going to have to loosen her up a little bit because she's real tight now. Anyway, so much for that now. This is Tommy Gun with Alfa Romeo 15. I'll have these videos. I'm hoping I get these videos up shortly. I still have to finish my video on the comparison of the two slides. But yeah, the Glock clones seem to work very well. I can't wait. I'm going to get like I said, I'm looking for a 17. Whoops, send it back out. I'm looking for a long slide for the 17 and have myself a Glock full-size long slide. And their Glock does make a long slide. It's like a 5-inch barrel. I just haven't found one with a threaded barrel in it. I found I can find the long slide, but not with a threaded barrel. I have to go buy the threaded barrel extra, which I don't see any sense in doing. But if that's what I got to do, I'll have to do it. But as soon as I find a long slide, this will become a 17 long slide, and this will become the regular compact with the regular size barrel length. I'll just put this on here, which I said before, there's no difference between them. None whatsoever. Whoops. Got to have that magazine out. You don't want to kick off without that magazine there. Here we go. And you got to pop the trigger down. You got to release the trigger. Can't be cocked. There. Just take it, put it on the Glock 19 clone, or the Dagger compact as they call it. And there now you have the compact. Pull that up a little more. There you go. Now you have the compact. What Palmetto State Army calls a compact. Which, like I said, is a clone of the Glock 19. 15 round magazine, 16 with one in the pipe. Which there's some controversy about carrying these guns with one in the pipe. I carried this Smith & Wesson Shield with one in the pipe. It's a 8-round magazine with the extended magazine that's on it, and which is in it right now. Holds 8 rounds. The one in the pipe is 9. This is a very sweet little carry gun, but I like to carry something a little beefier, and this is definitely beefier. I mean, it's got a handle on it that's just really a manly handle, if you want to call it that much, which I think would give you much more control. This gun is okay to shoot. I would not take this out to a range and just put round after round through it, because that's not what it's intended for. It's a carry gun. It's not a shooting gun. Let's put it that way, to go out and just plink away with. These two puppies, definitely. You can put some 9mm down the range with those and feel comfortable. This, after a while, I got a feeling would kind of start to wear on your hands, because it does have a smaller handle on it. As you can see the profile on them, much narrower handle, but it's a sweet little gun. So that said, this is Alfa Romeo 15. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, Give me some comments if you'd like. Subscribe if you'd like. Share it with other folks if you'd like. It's up to you. I'm trying to build up my channel. I haven't built any videos lately, but I have more guns coming. I have a project on this. This is my original Bushmaster lower. It's got a little bit of a foo bar in it. Then I'm going to show how to fix. I put the wrong pin in the bolt catch release, and now it's stuck in there and I can't get it out, so I've got to drill it out. That's coming. Let me stick that back in the vise over here because that's what's coming next. So we're going to drill that puppy out. And I have another build coming. This is the Let's Go Brandon lower, which says on here, "Fuck Joe Biden" is your selector. This is also from Palmetto State Army, which they're out of. Every one of their, what they call meme lowers, has a specific meme on it. Every one of them are sold out. Not a one available. I just looked the other day, unless they've got some in, but every one of these are sold out. So this is going to be a popular gun coming up soon. I also have, whoops, knocking stuff all over the place here. Oh, where did that go? Oh, well, I'll find it later. Oh, there it is. Yeah, those are wrenches. I also have a another trigger to install. I got a really good deal on an ELF, an Elfman ELF AR drop-in trigger. This puppy is fully adjustable down, I think, to 1 pound. It's a competition trigger. I haven't figured out what gun I'm going to stick it in just yet. I may stick it in my Crusader. I may stick it in my sub gun. But this is a awesome trigger, made in the USA. Got a really good deal on it from PSA. Do a lot of work with those people. Anyway, stand by for that one. As I said, muzzle brake for, I may just sell this muzzle brake because I don't think I'm going to be running muzzle brake on anything anymore. I'm done with muzzle brakes. I'm going to be running suppressor on everything from now on. So anyway, this is Alfa Romeo 15 out. Comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Thank you for watching.